This is the basement room in my apartment, which kind of also doubles as my fitness room and studio. And this video is a story of how I turned it from this into this, learning new skills and saving some money in the process. If you have been watching my videos for some time, this room may be familiar. I shoot most of my talking head videos here. But if you have been watching my recent videos, then first, you are my favorite people and I love you. And second, some of you may have noticed that the background has changed. This is because I no longer shoot from the basement. There was a water leak that damaged the basement walls. And because of that, I had to move my recording upstairs to my office space. But that space has its restrictions. I have to move around a lot of stuff, which increases the friction and reduces my video turnaround time. So I need the studio back. However, I live in Germany, and if I had to call a professional to repair and renovate my basement, then I have to pay thousands of euros. So what did I do? I decided to give it a shot by myself. It was a lot of fun and definitely a learning experience for me. So in this video, I will walk you through the whole process so that you can also learn something and maybe give your rooms a makeover at little to no cost. So let's get started. One more thing. If this is your first time here, then this is not a channel for DIY videos. Normally in this channel, I talk about wealth and happiness. If that interests you, then have a look and do subscribe if you want to stick around. So this is the current state. The outer coating is broken off due to the damage. There are some patches here and there, and I have no clue how to fix them. So let's ask Google. Okay, so I did my research and here is a rough plan. First, I must remove the broken wall pieces and clean the area. Then I should apply a filler and sand it to make it smooth before painting it over. And then 2 coats of paint and it's done. What does that mean? It's time for a trip to the hardware store. The first step is to remove the broken pieces from the wall, clean the area and prepare it for the filler. Unfortunately, I couldn't record this, so you just have to trust me that it's done. The next step is to apply the filler. We are almost done here. We just need to add some finishing touches. Now I will have to let it dry for a few hours. Let's give it a day and then come back here tomorrow. I am back and this is how it looks. It didn't turn out as smoothly as I expected and my lack of professionalism is clearly visible. But I have a solution. Okay, now that looks better. And before we go to the painting part, I have a confession to make. I don't know how to paint. I've painted some small surfaces like furniture, but never an entire wall. So it's time for more research. As soon as I picked up the brush, my initial instinct was to open the paint box and start painting. I thought it can't be that tough to dip the brush in the bucket and move up and down. However, that would have been a mistake because I had forgotten something crucial. So it's good that I bothered to ask Google before I started with painting. So, the keys. This is what I forgot, a primer. A primer is a base coat applied to the surface to give the paint something to lock onto. I know, it adds an extra step and takes a bit more time. And in some cases, it is unnecessary. But I decided to get it anyway. So let's get back to the studio. One thing that can be said about every paint is that it will spill. And considering how experienced I am with painting, I need to take some precautions. Now let's get the surface clean and we will start with painting. Now we are ready for the primer. Let's stop there for the day and let it dry. Tomorrow we'll finally get to the first coat. The painting day is finally here. I've decided to go for a dark grey color for the wall and I can't wait to see the final look. So let's get to work. There are 2 things that I learned about painting. One, you should always paint the corners first with a small brush and then create a border before moving to the middle. Second, work in sections, covering one area and then moving to the next using long strokes in a W pattern for better coverage. This will help to avoid roller marks and leave a clean job. Once the wall is dry enough to touch, we are ready for the second coat. So that's it. The painting is done. Now comes the part that I hate the most, cleaning the mess. So that's it. It wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be, but the whole place looks a bit empty. So let's bring some personalization to the space. When I started with this project, I was a bit skeptical. I wasn't confident enough that I could do a decent job, but I think I am better than I give myself credit for. And before I show you the final look, I want to tell you something. Finally, a well-deserved drink. When I started making videos, I knew literally nothing. I lived a comfortable, easy life with Netflix and social media. But now, my days are packed, and every day I realize that there is a hell lot to learn. There are moments when I think that I should go back to my relaxed life. Then I'm pretty sure that I will get bored within a week. And most importantly, there is something about being creative. Building something with our own hands. It's a wonderful feeling to stand back and see the fruit of your labor. Scrolling on social media can give those short dopamine hits. But trust me, it can never give me this feeling. This started as a money saving project. But soon I realized that it was not just about money. Indirectly, you are giving a message to the brain. I'm going to do this even if I'm not ready. Even if I don't know how. If I can do this, I can do anything. Start a business, write a book, play an instrument. It's all the same principle. Everything seems impossible until it's done. This marks a new chapter for me and all of you who are with me on this journey. I hope this beautiful space will motivate me to create more valuable content for you. We recently crossed the 1000 subscriber mark and I can't thank you people enough. Thank you for showing your support and being with me. I will see you soon. Adios.